welcome back to the channel. So as promised, I have another try on haul today. Lots of things I've been wanting to try and play with, and it's been so much fun. I recently did both a Sephora haul on the VIB sale as well as an Ulta haul. And so you can check out those videos if you hadn't seen them. I'm just sharing more of the unboxing. But in that one, I told you guys I would be bringing you a try on of everything. Now, there are a few things in those two hauls though that I mentioned I will do separate videos. I've already done a separate video on the Natasha Denona Scene On palette. Check that one out if you haven't already. I will also be bringing you a separate video on the I Need a Nude palette by Natasha Denona. And I will also bring you a separate video on the Sephora Airbrush Foundation. So I wanted to kind of do separate reviews on those, but there's a few other goodies in here from the hauls combined that we can play with everything else in one video, I think. So I figured I'd just combine the two and play with what is left over, because there were still some really good ones that I have been so curious about, and I figured I'll just do a whole little testing try on video. We probably won't be able to make a full makeup look out of it because I don't really have any like eyeshadows in this one. But we'll fill in whatever I don't have with whatever. So anyway, if that interests you, stick around and let's go ahead and dig in and start playing. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of go in the order of what I would apply my makeup in, I guess. So I mentioned I basically got the Too Faced Born This Way concealer on my Ulta haul, and I got the foundation on my Sephora haul. It was just a total like, because I had walked into Ulta and I had no impulse control whatsoever and bought it from Ulta, the concealer. So I had really been wanting to try both of these, especially the foundation for clients, because I'm a freelance makeup artist and I am now testing some new foundations. A lot of things I'm wanting to kind of customize more for my clients, and I want a variety of foundations in my kit. So I'm kind of on a quest to try a lot of different ones out, especially popular ones that bridal makeup artists use. And there are a lot of bridal makeup artists that use this one. So this one supposedly I think is a little bit more dewy than some. I love the dewy ones. So I'm kind of like keeping this in mind for my, more mature clients and ones that really want some dewy glow. But we're going to have to test it out first and make sure that is the case. I want to know for myself. Now, I did not get these shades in my shade, mostly because if they work and I like them, I want to be able to keep all different shades and all different type, finishes and everything in my kit. And I'm filling in a few holes with the shades for things I need to replace that are expiring. But I got them close enough, I think, to where I can at least test out how it feels on my skin and the finish of it, I think. So if it looks a little off shade wise, that's why. I did not get what I knew would be my shade, which I know is silly. Sometimes it's hard to really truly test that. I get it, but I just want to feel for it, and I don't want to waste it on myself. I want these to be used for my clients if they work out, So we're going to start off with the concealer. This is in the shade Cloud, a very, very, very light, pale shade. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to line my eyes like I would with a concealer, and it's definitely a very light color. Yeah, this is definitely I think this is the most pale one that they had. But I also like that because this is really good for cut creases. And I do like this because it's nice and thick. It does go on almost like a Shape Tape, I think, like, very full formula. And does this say it is full coverage? I think it is. What does it say? Super coverage. So I think it's supposed to be very full coverage. And I do look for very full coverage, guys. But I like the formula to be such that it's not super cakey on clients. So yes, I'm liking this. I do like how this goes on. This is a pretty pricey concealer though. I think it was $35, something like that, at Ulta anyway. So I honestly don't spend that much usually on concealers for my clients. I will usually do, I love Maybelline Instant Rewind. I do Shape Tape though also. I love it. But I don't think even Shape Tape is as expensive as this. So I don't know how much I will continue to buy it. If I just absolutely love it, I guess I will. But since I know I've got some good ones I can use that are cheaper, I will probably tend to go with the cheaper ones. But we'll see. But it is really blending out nicely and so super duper full coverage. So I get it. I can see the appeal of this concealer. I really can. Yeah. Hopefully we can pull off a look, even though this is so light on me. I don't remember if it said it was a cool tone. I mean, it doesn't look that cool tone though. It's very light, but it doesn't have quite as much of a pink tone. It looks fairly neutral light, so that may be good for me. I am going to set it, so what we're going to try out, I have tried this a little bit in my previous video testing, but we're going to try this full blown. Okay, I got the one size pink setting powder. So I had wanted the Huda Beauty one, the Cherry Blossom, but it was sold out. So I got this one instead, and it's the same idea. It's the, you know, more pink tinted. So I definitely only recommend this pink for my pink toned folks out there. Don't be trying to use pink if you are a warm skin tone, okay, guys? Because it will look really wacky on you. But it's fabulous for pink skin tone folks because it's very brightening. Tends to really just like lift and brighten more than a regular translucent setting powder will. And a lot of the concept of that, I've talked about this in a short before. It's really all about color correcting is why. So like, especially for under your eyes, you'll tend to get, your bags under there will be like a purple toned or like blue toned look. And the color like peach and pinks and stuff cancel out blues and purples. They're opposite on the color wheel, and that's the whole idea of color correcting. So it's adding an extra amount of color, you know, correctant to your powder to brighten, because it's kind of helping counteract the more tired blue look under those eyes and stuff. So that's the idea with it and the science behind it, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and come up with an eye look, just a fast one, throwing all my eye makeup and everything. And I will meet you back here for foundation. Okay, guys, I am back. And you know what I realized is I've got this like very, very light, super pale tone on my eyes and everything from the concealer, and we'll probably continue to use it under here. And we're going to use the pink toned setting powder. But then I had picked up the foundation in this very warm tone. So this is going to look whack. I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all. Sorry. Okay, so this is Too Faced Born This Way. The shade is Golden Beige. Is this one? Says medium to full coverage, and it's oil-free. Everything I've seen though, like I feel like it's pretty full coverage, so that's some tan foundation right there. Oh gosh. This is gonna look so ridiculous with each other, guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah, my shades are not gonna work out today. You can already tell too. And I've got fairly like cool tone pinks on also. So with my shirt and my eye makeup, did not think that through. But let's test the finish at least. Oh my gosh, I'm so yellow. So yellow. Like I said, this is not my shade. We're going to pretend that I'm this golden goddess, y'all. That the shade works for me. No, it doesn't. Oh, well. It is what it is. It has a very pretty finish in the mirror. You know, I can see my pores, though. I feel like more than usual. But it feels good on my skin. Yeah, it definitely feels, you know, it's not like so dewy that it's crazy oily or anything, and it's oil free, so that's part of it. Like it feels very soft, and I'm not sure that I would say since it's yellow, it's hard to tell if it has a glow or if it's just a yellow glow. I just think it's not that I'm seeing texture. So there's some foundations that like they're very glowy and they have that luminous, but they add in this weird like texture to them. I don't feel like it's giving my skin like a bad texture, but I do feel like I'm seeing more pores. And I don't usually have a problem with my pores showing up. Just right along in here, you know? Can y'all see that? Yeah. Y'all, I love my Makeup Forever foundation. Like, I feel like that's like just about the best finish out there. And on a lot of clients and on me. But this isn't bad. It's pretty. I think it's really pretty. So yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe when the whole look comes together, which it probably won't come together that well. Because now, guys, we're about to put this concealer on. And that pink setting powder. Oh my, it's going to get crazy. It's going to be so crazy up against this yellow. Gracious sakes. This is going to be entertaining at least, huh? I'm going to put a little dab right here. Just try to think of it from the standpoint of the finish as opposed to the colors. That's what I'm going to try to pay attention to. Not too bad. It's not as creamy blendable as I thought, but it's not too bad. I mean, for the price, I honestly might want to stick with my drugstore, like ride or die, huh? But not too bad. Now let's set it with the One Size setting powder. I am going to, let me get my powder puff. I don't know about this powder puff though. It doesn't get into the places because it's shaped, you know, it's shaped like a heart. So cute little concept, but it just doesn't get in the corners like I can get into them with other powder puffs. But you got to get a lot to get it to go on. Whereas my other powders, like, I feel like they're like lighter or something. So they coat really well, really fast. And this one's almost like, I don't know if it's thicker. So I feel like it's almost sinking into the skin more, maybe. I don't know. I mean, not bad, just a different finish than, say, like my Laura Mercier that I work with. Yeah. I feel like it's just, it's not coating like I'm used to and spreading, you know? But, oh, but it looks good though. Look at that. Look at the pink shade in it. It is definitely very brightening, even though it does not go with my yellow foundation. But see how brightening that is? That's cool. Okay, so my review on this, definitely brightening. I love the tint of it. Just the finish is maybe a slightly harder or different to work with than I'm used to. I don't know. I'm gonna let that bake for just a minute. It is actually looking a little better to throw in some pink to almost counteract all this yellow. I mean, they don't go at all, but it's almost like it's covering part of the yellow, so I feel like I look slightly better now. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, and then I'm gonna set that even more with some finishing powder. And then we'll come in and start playing with some blushes. So very exciting. We've got a few options to choose from on blush. Now the first one was this Danessa Myricks palette. I got it more for a lip palette, but it can be used for cheeks too, as like a cream cheek blush option. And then I had gotten these wands to try because I've been wanting them forever, and picked those up when I was at Ulta. So one is the e.l.f. Halo Glow blush wand, and the other is the Tarte Shape Tape blush. They're two different colors though, so it's like, I'd love to be able to test on one side, one on each side, but they're probably gonna look ridiculous if I do. I don't know. I'll figure out a way to test them both, but let's go ahead and play and see what we think. All right, here's the Halo Glow. Dab a little bit. Oh, that is a bright color. And I got this shade on purpose now that I remember it, because I don't have a lot that are in this more like just darker fall-like colors, you know, like almost, I don't want to say burgundy, but very glowy as it indicates. Now it's not showing up that much, but I kind of like that. Let's try a little more. Go a little heavier. There we go. Let's see what we think. I mean, is it blending? No, it's almost like you can still see the dots, right? Y'all see that? I feel like the dots are still there, but it does blend down pretty subtly. You can see the difference on this side versus that one. I don't know. And it does have a glow to it, like it indicates. I think it's going with my makeup well. You can't even tell I have on yellow foundation now, can you? I don't know. It's very subtle once you get it blended out, but it's like, if I leave it like it is without blending it, it's still kind of patchy. Let's try the other side. We're going to do Tarte, or let's try it on this side. Well, I'll put it on, I want to do it the same way on both sides though. Okay, there's nothing coming out. What do we do? Do we have to like undo something first and then, oh, this one you have to pop it, I think. Then it starts coming. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, I love it. Okay, let's try this one now. Oh my Lord. Okay. I'm only going to do two, and let's see how that goes. What did I just do? Woo, what a different, oh my Lord. Okay. Yeah, warning. Big warning on that. Holy crap. Let me try it with this brush. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just take this off completely. Holy shiz, y'all, that is nuts. That is nuts. I went from the e.l.f. Halo wand to this mess. What is this? What is this? Wow. All right, let me attempt this side with one tiny little like, okay, first, and see if we can figure that out before I go clean the other one off. Look at that. Look how much it is going on with barely even, I mean, I didn't even put a full drop. Oh my. These are insane, y'all. insane. And I look like a clown and a half. Wow. Okay. Yeah. This was from, did y'all see that tiny little drop I did? It was tiny and it made that. Wow. I'll be right back. What kind of sheer nonsense was that? That was madness. Okay, I'm going to attempt one more time. We're going to do the hand. Okay. And I mean, my brush is already covered in it, but I'm trying to wipe it off. And I'm just going to kind of like, I'm going to blend it on the hand for now and then apply it. It's still madness. Look at that. What is this? What is this? This is nuts. I mean, nuts. How do you work these things? Okay, I'm gonna have to go watch some other people's YouTube videos to figure out how in the world to get Tarte Shape Tape blush to work, because that was insane. So, I mean, this one's not looking too bad now. Yeah, that didn't work. Look, it's like a rash. Okay, so if you're going to attempt it, you saw that tiniest little drop I did and then really blending it out. That is the only way to make this work. This is insane. I mean, wow. So it's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, if you ask me, with these blushes. Too light, too intense. I need something in the middle, guys. Yeah. So something in the middle, please. Something in the middle. That was just nuts. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash these off a little more and play with this now as blush. So I'll be right back. All right, let's try this again. Before I go too far, I wanted to comment on this foundation. I was looking in the mirror when I was removing all this craziness, and it's hard to pick up on camera, but in the mirror, I could start to see a little more texture. And I just want to say, like, a lot of the foundations that claim to be kind of glowy, dewy, and luminous sometimes they add texture. I was seeing more texture in that mirror too. And I almost feel like it has even oxidized a little. I mean, don't you guys think? Now, some of it's washed off, but I think the color has oxidized. So I don't know. I need to look up the reviews and see if other people have had oxidization issues with theirs. Like, it's okay. It's a pretty good one. But honestly, I think I will stick with the Makeup Forever that I really love, that I've just fallen in love with already. So, okay. I mean, for the price, you know. Let's try Danessa Myricks and see if we can find a winner. Craziness, guys. Okay. So, what color do I want? We'll play with that one or that one. I'm between these two for today's look. Let's go with this one. I'm going to do like a different brush. Oh, God, that still has it all over it. I'm going to have to go wash some brushes. All right, this one seems to be dried off fairly well. Okay. Let's see if we can use this as blush now. So this is cream blush, so it's different finish that you're working with. Ooh, that's pretty pigmented too, but much easier to blend out than that liquid stuff. Ooh, lordy. Yeah. It's a pretty color. Much easier to work with. I tend to be more of a powder blusher when it comes to my clients, because certain skin types, the blush just, it patches a little bit. This isn't. This is very smooth. Of course, this is on my skin though. Not everybody's doesn't do that too. But that is nice. That is a better in-between winner than that liquid garbage, than these two. Goldilocks may have found it just right. Okay. Now let's try, oh gosh, this is going to be hard. How do I test all this? So I picked up this lipstick on the Sephora sale because, you know, these things are only like $5 and you apply your 30%. I picked up the wrong shade though. And this shade is totally not going to go with all our pink today. This is going to look ridiculous. So let me think about this, but we're going to do lips. And I also want to test out the palette more too for that. So let me try to figure out how I want to figure this out real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips, and we're just going to go with like kind of almost a neutrally pencil. I think this is NYX. Yeah. This is Nutmeg. This way, I can go either way. I can use the orange color or one of these bright pinks. Let me just test out the orange first, and I can take it off and try the next after that, I guess. Oh, God. Not the right color shade today. But I will admit, guys, that will make a pretty cool fall lip shade. Like, I mean, it's really bright, like almost orange, but that nutmeg with it, and even if you get like another even darker brown with it, maybe. Let's try a little more. It's gonna make a cool combo. Yeah. Let's try a cool pop of brow liner because it's darker. And y'all saw me do this the other day. I get lazy and don't feel like sorting through all my lip liners to find the dark brown shade, you know? So I think that will go with a really cool fall look. And it actually was a pretty good moist, like hydrating feel on the lips. Like the finish was actually surprisingly nice. I like this one better than my other one I got on the Lip Stories. I don't know why. Like the other one seems like it was a little more drying than this one, but I actually like it. I'm a little bit surprised at myself. When I saw the color, I was like, ugh, I'll never use this. But now I'm kind of like, oh, wow, that is pretty cool. Did I tell y'all the shade name? Primal Instinct. It's Primal Instinct. So I think I like it. Now I'm going to take this off though, and we're going to play with the Danessa Myricks real quick. I may actually swatch them and put some on the lips. So be right back again. All right, guys, here are the swatches right here. This, I've got on Nutmeg again as liner. And the beauty of this, guys, with these lip palettes is you can just sanitize them down with alcohol and they're back to brand new. So love that. They're so easy. So I'm just going to dip into it and we can sanitize it later. What do I want to wear though? I'm probably not going to go with these bright ones again. I'm going to go with one of these. I know I keep using it. I'm going to use the same thing I did on my cheeks. I'll just put it on my lips. And, you know, I would use a brush with this on a client, but I'm just gonna use my fingers right now. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty. That makes a perfect pink. A very like neutrally pink. Yeah. Which is what clients ask for a lot. Let's try blending a little hot pink in there and just for fun. These are not super pigmented once they go on the lips, but it's okay. Cool. There's a little bit more hot pink. I like that. That'll look really cool on the cheeks too. Let's just play with adding in some orange. Heck, you know, we're just playing today. We're not really making a full lit look today. Cool. The orangey ones don't show up as much, but I needed more of these orangey ones too. I just don't have as many. Very cool. All right, so I like that. I like having that option. So much better when it's in a lip palette, and you really can change up colors with lip liner. It's all about the combo that you use. So these I just think are going to be like very standard, especially these two will be very standard colors, and those that are going more towards the warm corally, that will be good. And I think that'll be awesome for blush too. All of them will be, honestly. So very good. I like the finish. It feels very moist on my lips. It's not hard to apply. Yeah, it's exciting. Okay, the last thing we have is this crystal bronze that I had wanted to try out too. So this is like a body glow from Pacifica Beauty. It's not really like highlight for your face. It's kind of more for like the body. So let me find something I would use. I might take like a fan brush for now just to see what it's like. I'm going to dump a little on my, oh, here. There we go. Okay. Of course, this is very like golden, and I'm wearing a lot of pink tones at the moment. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, here is the finish. It's not quite what I envisioned. I think this is just going to be more of a body glow for personal use, but it smells so good that I'm almost like, okay, I think I might keep this for me. Let's just spread it right here with my fingers. Oh my gosh. It's more oily. So this is not at all what I was thinking. Yeah, it's a body oil as opposed to like, oh, it smells so good. As opposed to like highlight, you know? Yeah, I'm keeping it for me. I love it. I love it. So it gives you a glow. You see the glow, but it's not like a highlight. It's a nice oil. Like you go to the beach and you're going to be covered in, you know, feel like you're in coconut, you know, like very beachy, I think. Beachy bronzy glow, which is great for me as a Florida girl. This was not at all what I was expecting or thinking about though. I don't know why I thought it might. I mean, you could still use it for like highlight, but it's not going to be like the Bridal Glow bronzing them highlight. It's kind of more, I think that's going to be good for me. Yeah. Yeah. This is for the beach and the pool and like the summertime for me, I think. So, okay. I think that was everything in today's try on and haul. Okay, so my thoughts on everything. I love this for personal use. Smells amazing. I actually ended up being very surprised by the lipstick. I think it's going to make a really cool fall color story. I might even wear it at Thanksgiving. That is awesome. The Danessa Myricks palette's going to be great. It's super versatile for both cheeks and lips, and I'm happy to have more to pick from for lips. The One Size setting powder was pretty good, like very brightening. Yeah, and I think it has a good finish. I think it was just spreading it was the only part for me, was the blending and spreading, but I think that it's holding up really well. Like looking here, and definitely has been very brightening. Similarly, maybe the concealer was too. It was definitely very full coverage, and I loved how it spread, how how you worked with it. I think just maybe the shade that I got so light for me. And the foundation, it's not bad, but I definitely think it oxidized, and I definitely think there's slight texture, like pores showing through. But besides that, it was pretty good. I don't think it was as full coverage as a couple of others that I've tried though. I would say it's more medium still. So I don't know if it's going to be a go-to. I don't know. For the price, you know? Was that everything? Oh, and then these blush wands. Too light, way too dark. Or not pigmented enough, way too pigmented. I mean, yeah, no. So, we need a medium in between. I should have picked up the Laura Mercier ones and the Charlotte Tilbury ones too. I guess those are going to have to be on the next round, and we'll see how those do, if they're too pigmented or not enough pigmented. But these, I mean, I can work with the e.l.f. because I can build it up. And it gave just a tiny, tiny little flush to the face, and it was glowing. So I think, and that's about how I like to wear my blush. I don't like super bright. I know that's very trending right now, but for me personally, for my wear, but that other one, like, I'm going to be terrified of it. I really am. I don't think I'm going to reach for it because I am going to be terrified of looking like a clown. So, making a huge mess, and I'm not going to want to clean that mess up. I mean, look at this. That's just from the drop that was on my blush brush, like tiniest drop. No. Yeah. So if y'all know the secret on these, Tarte Shape Tape blushes, let me know. What did I do wrong? I tried 3 different ways to apply it, you know? So I guess like the only way is going to be these tiniest like pin drop, and that's it. Do not apply that sponge on your face. Like just that easiest little drop, like a drop, not even a drop of blood, like just, and then spread, diffuse. All right, so that wraps it up, guys. Hope you got a good laugh at me and my crazy clown blush today and enjoyed testing out some products with me. Stay tuned. We'll test some more, and lots of other hauls and reviews, unboxings, beauty boxes, spoilers, makeup looks, and travel. All right, so make sure you pop the subscribe button and stick around so you don't miss it, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.